this computer. Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. It is January 11th, 2020. We are 11 days into 2021. We are 11 days into 2021, and there are so many things going on that is so exciting. Programs from Pampered Chef, programs from our groups. We just have no reason to think, oh, what am I going to do this week, right? We have no reason to think like that. So what I'd like to do, I was chatting with the gals before, and guys, I'm not sure if there's any guys on here, but I was chatting and sharing an idea that sometimes when people say to you, I've been invited to too many Pampered Chef parties and kind of, virtualed out, why don't you offer to do a personal consultation with them and go into their kitchens with like a, live phone call, all right, and FaceTime, right? It's FaceTime, right? I'm using the right word, right? Patty, I'm using the right word. That's where you and them are on a phone call and it's FaceTime. All right. So needless to say, it's been a long weekend. But go in and ask them to open up their drawers and their cabinets and their show them your cookware, show them, and to see what they're missing. Okay. Do you remember now I'm aging myself here, but the Tupperware lady used to come in and do a consultation for you in your kitchen and tell you where she could save you room, what was excess, how things, stack, all that kind of stuff. And it's funny that this came up because I was here with a friend yesterday and he was looking at my cabinets, and I was telling him to make sure he goes with drawers all on the bottom, not doors and then pullouts. And I said, and this is why. And I pulled out a drawer and I had my stainless steel bowls all in one spot. I had my mesh colanders all in another spot. I had my toaster up front and then another set of bowls. So this is basically my bowls cabinet. Just so happened my toaster fit right there as well. But it was just so efficient. And I said, and you don't lose this and all that kind of stuff. But it just made me realize in doing that action that we could help people reorganize their kitchen and help them realize that a few Pampered Chef purchases would be able to eliminate a lot of hodgepodge stuff. And one thing, like all of our mesh bowls fit in our stainless steel bowls, all that kind of stuff. And, that I just think it'd be a great answer to, I've been invited to too many shows. I have too much stuff. Okay. So that's the first thing, offer to do. Thank you. And what I would say is, I'm going to use Cora as my guinea pig here. Cora, thank you so much for being such a great Pampered Chef host and customer. I so appreciate all that you've purchased, especially through the last year, but all the years to come. What I would love to do is help you organize your cupboards in such a way that we will get rid of stuff that isn't necessary anymore, and we will put in the essentials of what you're missing. How does that sound? And you know what, you guys, it'll probably take maybe an hour of your time, but that very person, especially if they've been a great customer, they're going to be a proponent of maybe having another show or doing a shared rewards. Okay. Shared rewards officially starts today. So I'm thinking that person, if they have a lot of Pampered Chef products, could say, hey, let me get my friends together one more time, because now I need the stainless steel bowls and the mesh colanders to complete my kitchen, or I need the prep bowl set, or I need, the glass containers for storage. One of the things we've learned with my nephew going through cancer, so in going through the Gerson clinic and stuff, how bad plastics are, and that a lot of times we have a lot of plastics in our house, and he only uses glass, and glass and stainless steel, and anyway, but we can replace some of those things. And I know we carry plastics, but we carry high quality plastics. What do people have in their cupboards? You know, so anyway, it's just an idea. It's just many people won't take you up on it because they won't want to open up their cabinets. Okay. But it's an answer and a service to say, I would love to help you. Let's take 1 hour and do that. Okay. Patty was talking about at the very beginning of the call, what did you, the organizer or the procrastination, what did you say, Patty?
Oh,
Procrastination is
no, clutter.
Oh, clutter.
Clutter is a postponed decision.
Okay. Clutter is a postponed decision. And I know procrastination from the books that I've read, because I'm a procrastinator. It has a lot to do with that I don't think I have enough time to finish it, so I don't start it, because I'm a perfectionist in the end. I'm not a loser. As I used to myself, I'm not a loser. I'm a perfectionist. And because I don't have enough time to finish, I don't start. One of the things I did, and it's New Year, so maybe some of you are going through this as well. On the way back from Hawaii 2 years ago, I had a long flight, and I wrote down, I went through in my head every single room in my house, and I went around all the walls, and I listed like china cabinet, shelf 1, shelf 2, shelf 3, drawer, and then bottom cabinet, shelf 1 and shelf 2. Now I know that sounds really ridiculous, because then I went to my desk and my bookcases and my, and I went all around my great room. And then I went into my kitchen and I went to my bathrooms and my bedrooms. I had 4 pages, you guys, 4 pages of these individual things. But what this did, it freed me up. I have a 4,400 square foot home. Well, I did. I don't anymore, but I had a 4,400 square foot home. But what it did, everything was so overwhelming that I never started, I wouldn't start. But I could do a shelf in 15 minutes. I could do a drawer in 15 minutes. And what I would do is I would get up from my desk, because you need to get up and move once an hour, and go and do one of those things. And you guys, it transformed my house, because what I was doing is I knew I was getting ready to move. So I would have a box for Goodwill. I'd have a box to give away to my family, and I had the garbage ready to roll. Okay. So the only things that stayed in those drawers and cabinets were the things I was keeping to bring to the next location. All right.
So you wrote down a list, Nan. Sorry. You wrote down a list then of everything that was in there.
Not what's in there, just the actual shelves, like shelf 1, shelf 2, shelf 3. So when I did shelf 1, I went to my 4-page list and I yellowed that shelf was done. And then I could go back the next day and do shelf 3 or shelf 2, whatever. Or maybe I found myself in the bathroom and I did a drawer 1. I had 14 drawers in my one vanity. I did drawer 1. I was able to mark it off. I'm telling you guys, it broke things down. So I didn't have to procrastinate. I could steal time where it was needed to organize my life. And that, I'm telling you, it transformed. I've got my daughter doing it right now with her home, because she wants to move in the spring. And what I'm saying to you is, we all have desks. One of the things that on our one Facebook page, we asked people, what are you struggling with the most? And one of the things they said was organization and time management. And I understand that big time, because I've got 12 balls in the air at once. I don't have a plate. I've got a platter, and all of us do. I'm no different than any of you. But what I have found is, if you break it down into small bites, it makes all the difference in the world. And the other thing I did that I've done all through my business, and it was the only way I was able to stay on top of things when I was young and had little children. And that was once every 2, 3, 4 weeks, depending on how bad I got this area, my desk. I would get everybody in bed. And at 9 o'clock, I would go up to my office and work for 2 or 3 hours. Now, what was really great about those 2 or 3 hours is there was no interruptions, you guys. There was no interruptions. Now, I didn't have Facebook back then. Okay, so you're going to have to behave about just going and constantly in Facebook and scrolling unless it's income producing for your Facebook time. But what it really did was it allowed me to do those mechanical things that I didn't need to be on the phone with, that I didn't, you know, like in the day when you have little kids and it's school and it's lunch and it's this and it's that, you're constantly stopping. So that really made a difference in my life and let me stay ahead of things. So now you can go in, you know, and get your favorite beverage. Maybe it's a cup of coffee, maybe it's a glass of wine, whatever is going to help you stay up. All right. And these days, wine helps me stay up. What's with that? I mean, something is wrong. Now that I can drink all I want, something is wrong, right? Not that I drink a lot, but anyway. But the other day, I had a glass of wine with my neighbor, and I was wide awake at 10:30. So I went in my craft room and emptied a box, you know, so I was productive and wore myself out a little bit. But I'm just saying that made all the difference in the world. Maybe you can do your Facebook posts or organize that pile of papers that, you know, keep, you know, piling up, because I don't need it necessarily right this minute, but I need it later. That way you can put it electronically somewhere or get rid of it, put it in a file and get rid of it. And now it's, you know, the end of the year. So you have to go through all your files, get all your paper from last year, organize your tax stuff. I mean, I have different tax folder that literally is in this very first drawer. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Let me, well, anyway, it's
Just
literally
there
the
you go.
first file right here, because I want to make sure any receipts, tax donations, things that just come that aren't going to be going through my checking account or credit card or anything, those things need to go right into that folder. So at the end of the year, I can organize it. And because I use QuickBooks and Quicken to sift all of my expenses through, it literally once I get, you know, once I've gone through and recorded everything, it literally takes me 20 minutes to get ready for Taxman. All right. You guys, I highly recommend, and Quicken works. You don't need QuickBooks, just use Quicken or was some other one. There's probably 10 of them out there right now, but it really makes a difference. And if you keep up with it from the beginning of the year, it's amazing. You can go in and analyze how much you're spending on postage, how much you're spending on this, how much you're spending on that, all different things. And you can trim where you need to and add where you don't, where you're not spending enough. So anyway.
You know what I was going to say, Nance, is the
Yeah.
one thing about Quicken is that you can auto do it. So you can automatically sync it to your credit card accounts, your bank accounts. And the best part is that once you've set a tag for it, like once it comes in as Office Depot or whatever grocery store or gas or whatever that comes in, it automatically filters into that category. So once in a while, you know, it might oopsie, but for the most part,
But you can look.
Right, like your subscriptions, you can have whatever subscriptions that you have, you can actually put in there. You can do that with your household budget, so you know how much you're spending on gas, electric, you know, your mortgage. I mean, everything that comes through, you could filter, and you can actually see a list of everything. So you can see your entire income, as well as, you know, things like your you know, gifts that you're sending your hosts or whatever. I mean, all of that stuff can get sifted right through that. That was like the best part of it all. So yeah.
Yep.
A good time to start.
It is. It's the beginning of the year, and it's great to start with best practices, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I was next week, let me just address next week really quick. Cindy Johnson, Senior Executive Director, is going to handle our call next week. because the Nationals,
She's on.
pardon me?
She's on this call.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yay.
Thanks, Cindy. And she is going to handle that. And Kimberly Byland is going to be her co-pilot and help her manage everything. And she is going to, Cindy said that she would like to engage with all of you and ask questions and get lots of people entering into what you're doing right now, So is Paula Brockner on this?
I just saw her coming in. I think I
Okay.
just saw her in. Yeah,
All
she's on.
Paula. Let's see, admit. Here she is. I would like to spotlight Paula Brockner for a minute. Paula,
Here, let me see if I can get her.
can you get her? Okay.
I'm here.
Paula.
I'm here.
Paula, would you share, would you give her the spotlight and would you share what you shared on your Facebook page about what you did with to get 19 bookings?
That was not, I share things that other people share to encourage my team. But so tell me a little bit more. Was it the birthday thing?
No, it was, I think that everybody gets a free gift. And then you upgraded to the.
Oh yeah, you know what? Kim or Holly. Holly, I think, is the one, or Kim. The deal behind that is
wait, we want to see you, not me.
Oh, wait, hold on. It's not.
You have to stop being the spotlight video, Nance, in order for her to be.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, Paula, talk again.
okay. Can you find me?
There you go.
Yeah, there.
All right.
It wouldn't let me
There.
do it.
That's what you're getting today.
Oh, come on.
Kim,
on,
are you,
You.
I don't know if Kim or Holly on my
Paula, this
team.
is Paula. This is Holly. I'm on.
Okay, go ahead and explain that, Holly. Let you be in the limelight for a change.
Okay, I'm on here under Caitlin's name.
All
But
right.
anyway, what this is, and honestly, I think it was shared on this group a few weeks ago. This because I know I don't have any original ideas, and I got it from somebody else. But this is where at the end of the party, and Nancy Jo, let me know if this is what you're talking about. Everybody gets a prize.
Yes.
And okay, I actually, here's a concept, heard this, I think here, not sure. And rather than just write it in my planner, I actually implemented it in my party this last week. I know, everybody stand up and applaud. And so throughout the entire party, I am like, we're giving away lots of prizes, to get a prize, to be eligible for a prize, join my VIP group, do my survey, play this game. What's your favorite vegetable? I mean, all over the party. And then the last day of my party, I put in there, oh my gosh, the participation in this party has been absolutely overwhelming. And as you know, we've had prizes throughout. So to claim your prize, send me a message at m.me/Holly Ryerson, and I'll give you your prize. And then I tagged every single person in the party. Now I know where it was originally shared. Oh, I think this was Marna, where it was originally shared. She said that, people who won games, she did several posts, people who won games, here's, your list, people who participated, here's your list. I just threw it all in one because I'm a big fat fatty liar, because I had people tagged in this who had done absolutely nothing. And I got responses. I got a response from somebody who, sorry, that is my blender going off, making me a deluxe smoothie. Anyway, so I got a reply. The best one was a reply from somebody who had not participated, had not even responded when her host had tagged her and asked her questions. And she wrote me and says, it looks like I won a prize. And I replied to her, oh, yes, you did, girl. But let me ask you first, what did you think of the party? I've redone my party. It's now 3 days, and it's emphasizing recipes. What did you think about it? Did you enjoy it? And we ended up having a dialogue back and forth where she's about to sign up as a consultant. And this is somebody who had not even participated at any level in the party. And so this was a very neat thing to do. It wasn't hard. Like I said, throw lots of opportunities to quote win out there and just tag everybody. Just tag everybody.
And Holly, if I understand it right, you sent an e-cookbook. So
Oh God, yes.
it didn't
Yeah.
cost,
You are lucky to get a metal straw from me. Yes, the prize. So yeah, the back and forth is that, and I tried to go back and forth with everybody a few times, and then it was, it was, I forgot whose line it is, but you won this sweet little e-cookbook. But if you would like to upgrade by hosting your own party, let's do that. And the neat part of that is in our back and forth, I had gotten them to say how much they had enjoyed this party.
which is very important because that's them telling their brain that they had a good time, and then it'll be their friends that will have a good time as well.
Exactly.
Cool.
It was neat. I don't know whose idea it was, but I stole it and I implemented it, and I'm glad I did.
Everybody's saying
So
it was
yes,
Marna.
Jen is just asking. I do have, I'm sure it was Marna. I do have them message me. I don't put in there to claim your prize. I sent you a message. I say to claim your prize, send me a message.
Okay.
Oh, and the other thing I did put in there, here's another thought. The other thing I put in there is I put in there to claim your prize, send me a message. And don't worry if we're not Facebook friends. I know how to find my message request folder, because I had people who were not messaging me because they, we weren't friends. So they're commenting on the post. No, you need to message me.
Okay, and one other question is the upgrade like a brownie pan?
I like to do the raspberry. I like to give them a choice between the raspberry habanero and the spicy pineapple sauce, because it's a consumable. Because if I give them a brownie pan, they're probably not going to come back and buy another brownie pan. But if I can sucker them in with our raspberry habanero, they're going to get addicted like the rest of us and come back and reorder it.
Good
I
idea.
love that idea. Great.
Yeah, that was Becky Berwig's suggestion to me, because originally I was doing brownie pans, and Becky's like, listen, dummy, give them a spice.
Awesome. Okay. Could now I'm just thinking, remember, I'm not the brightest bulb in the box with this, but
I gotta go
could you
inside.
say-
It's snowing here, and my blender's done.
There's a couple questions if you want to say, do they get that now or when the party, somebody said?
Yeah, it's part of their host reward. So no,
Okay.
Now the e-cookbook, absolutely. They get the e-cookbook. And even on the e-cookbook, at the end of it, I say to them, you can upgrade to a party. Let me know which you would prefer, the e-cookbook or the upgrade. So the ball is I'm still throwing it out there for them to respond to me.
Awesome.
So the e-cookbook they'll get right away. And with the e-cookbook, what I will like to do is they've ordered from me. I like to go into their order and see if there's an e-cookbook that has something to do with something that they ordered. If
Holly,
they
would you be willing to type in the words that you use into the chat before the meeting is over?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be happy to do that.
Thank you.
Awesome. And Paula, you shared that you got 19 bookings from doing this. That's what really made it stand out for me, that you heard the idea here, but you implemented it, and wow, 19. And it was growing. It almost seemed by the minute. You kept changing the number. It was started at 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yes.
It's very exciting.
Yes, and that was something, I just need to give credit to somebody else. I don't know, probably Marna, let me tell, but Marna probably didn't do this either. She was sharing that someone on her team did this. So I kind of encourage my team with things that are working that others are doing, but I had to step away for a second here. I don't know if Holly mentioned the 4 or 5 different categories that you can list. Let's say there's 20 people in the party, you have 5 categories, and the first 3 that ordered get the first order prize. The next 5 people that you want to tag, say, and you're a winner of the Chatty Cathy's in the group or something. So there's 5 different categories as well, that or more. You can figure out how many categories you want depending on how many people are in the group. But at the end, every single person that was in the group that joined the party, whether they commented or not, they're a winner.
And do you put those in your CCE as a group, or do you just have them go in?
In the party, you'll say, you know, tonight or whatever, I'm announcing the winners. And then you go and say the winner of the Chatty Cathy's in this party were, and then you tag those 3 or 4 people. Then you just start a new post in that party and say the winners of the first 4 that placed an order are the winners for the, you know, first orders. And, but then you have to make sure in each post you say private message me.
Oh,
You
and that,
probably
does that help the
won't get
algorithms?
Yeah, yes, and you probably won't get everyone, you know, to message you, but a good portion would, you know. And this, what thing is so easy is copy and paste these same things over and over. So, you know, in your notes or something, have all these words, have the list, have everything ready so you're not inventing the wheel on every party. I'll post what the categories were in here quickly. I'll find them. But again, this is not my original. Marna will be calling me when this is over, screaming at me. Marna, somebody on
We
Marna's
give
team.
all dues to Marna and Ann.
Yeah, yeah. And someone, well, you know what, they're
Miller.
saying the name on here, Ann something.
Ann
So let's
Miller.
give credit to Ann Miller in Marna's group. That is who, I don't know.
Yay. Ann
That's
Miller,
who-
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Give her the credit.
Yeah, and Laura Teal, would you pop on and share your post so everybody catches it? Laura, where's Laura here?
Oh, you know what? No, if you just, when you want to tag everybody, it sounds like Holly's tagging everyone, which is awesome. But if you go into your party on your phone and interact as yourself, not your business page, you can tag everyone in the party, just click the boxes. So sounds like Holly's way is a great way. You don't have to break it down like what, you know, like you don't have to say you know, commented the most. You can just say, you know, the party was so great. Everybody, you know, I'm tagging all my winners here. Please message me or however Holly's message goes. But that's an easy way to tag everybody right on your phone.
Awesome. Thanks, Laura.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. And Alyssa says, I've been doing that to have people join my VIP group. Everyone gets a prize and then they message me once they join.
Oh.
Okay. I like that. That's the way to get them in there. Perfect. All right. Anybody else? Thanks, Paula. I was really wowed with how many bookings you got. So I know that that is huge on everybody's mind right now. So clean out and refresh your kitchen. Pass along things that are okay to your kids, nieces, church, kitchen, and school. You betcha, Laura. Absolutely. Just set up a shared rewards. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah, I have offered a kitchen tour night in my virtual party and I show them my kitchen and my tools. Excellent. What a great way. And by the way, you guys, we are doing a very special event tonight for the Ryan organization, Ryan Friday and Moserino organization. And we are going to be watching Dir Chat Jan, one of our very, very top people in this company for sales. She has almost, I think, did she hit over 4 million in sales, or?
I think she was just close to 4 million.
Right, very close to 4
Very
million in personal sales. And she is actually doing her live Zoom cooking show for us tonight. So you will not want to miss it. It's the same number. And it is at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. Okay. And she's going to show us 3 or 4 recipes that she does in her Zoom party. And I am so excited. We had a consultant call last Monday and she was on there and she talked about the electronics. It was outstanding. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go back and fast forward to Friel, because she just blew it out of the water. And that's when we said, we need more. And so she offered to do her show, her Zoom show.
Yeah, she's actually doing prime rib, apple bombs. She's doing baked brie in the cast iron. She's doing garlic knots. She's doing caramel in the blender, and she's doing cherry cheese coffee cake. So she's got a lot on the menu. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Someone
So-
had, Miriam Miller actually asked for the ingredients.
Yeah,
And
we do not, we will do the ingredient list
Yeah.
later, you guys. I'm gonna pull on my sergeant hat, okay? Or captain's hat, because my son's in the Navy. I want you guys to watch her and listen and take notes. I do not want you to cook along with her. You can cook along with the replay, all right?
Yeah.
We will post the ingredient list later. Please agree with me on this, Patty, because
Oh,
people are
gosh,
going to
yeah.
be
She said
people are
nobody
going
will
to
be
be
able to keep.
trying to do
No.
things and
She said
miss
no. Yeah.
what she
And
has to
ask
say.
questions, and then it will stop her flow. But she said nobody's going to be able to keep up anyway. She was laughing. She goes, nobody's going to be able to keep
Right.
up.
She was a professional. I mean, she or still is. She's a trained chef and had her own restaurant, worked for Marriott Corporation, and now she blesses up us with her knowledge. But I do not want you guys cooking along. I mean, this is mom talking. Okay, I want you guys to listen and write down little phrases and words she uses, and because she goes really fast, you guys. So you are going to want your headsets on and so anyway, that's tonight brought to you live by I'm so excited okay, so let's hear from a couple of people about how they've asked people and engaged with people that they've gotten shared rewards party. Who would like to share? Can't get it off this one view. There it is. Okay. Who would like to share? Take yourself off mute and start talking, and we'll put you on spotlight. I would like to know the words you're using to get shared rewards parties. Anybody doing? We have 4 pages of people here. Unmute yourself.
Nancy Joe.
Yes. There's
I-
Gracie. Hold on.
I
girl.
haven't done any yet. Today's the day.
Ah,
But you get those folks that you message them for a booking and they say, no, they don't want to, blah, blah. So I'm just turning them around and saying, well, I'm doing this really fun party where everyone's going to get a discount. Would you either like to lead one or be a part of one? I just give them those 2 choices and they pick one.
and they pick one and they're jumping in.
Mhm.
Awesome. Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah. It's that simple, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nancy
Thank you.
Joe?
Yes.
Hi, this is Jen. I have done
Jen,
2 of them.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, yep.
Hold on. We gotta, okay. Jen, go ahead and talk.
I have done 2 of them. I was part of the pilot this fall. And I think a great way to get started in them is to offer them in a appreciation way. So the first one I did was a host appreciation. I invited personally all of my hosts from 2020 up until that specific date and offered them the opportunity to have a discount with their shopping on top of their past host 10% discount. And I invited, I think it was 168 people, 168 hosts. Of those, about 58 said yes. Of those, 45 placed orders, and the party was almost $5,000. So, so I would highly suggest starting with that angle, because it's kind of a fun way, and you are the host then as the consultant, but I didn't place any orders obviously, but it was then a way for me to see how it would run. And just build the excitement with them, because it was really an opportunity for me to appreciate them by giving them these opportunities to have more of a discount. And then the second.
Jen, did you run it as a party, like with posts and stuff? And where did you actually, so you created a Facebook party that you invited them to and had it run the week?
Yes.
Did you do anything different with your posts in that party because it was shared rewards, or mind sharing a little bit more about what the party looked like?
Sure. Yep. I actually did essentially the same party that I always do, but my parties are a little bit different, where I actually have a live component for a 30-minute demo. So it still takes place over the Monday through Friday time period, but my demo is like on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. But I just ran it the same way, but the only differences that I would do were the fact that I would change the cover photo when we were at new discount levels. And that allowed people to really get excited as well. And then if there were any like major updates as well, like I definitely did a little post about that. But my posts in general, I only do about 20 posts over the course of the week because I do that live component. The second party I did was similar in the fact that I did it with a customer appreciation focus instead of host appreciation. Now, the difference between that one was really unique because I decided to run it through my VIP group and I made it a 48-hour exclusive event. I wasn't sure if a 2-day party would actually work, but I did the same thing. I just invited them through the VIP group by telling them I was going to be doing a fun little extra bonus shopping event for them. And I don't generally do this type of thing in my VIP group. So that might have been why it was so successful, because they thought, wow, we're really exclusive. And I also sent out invites through my customer connection email to join the group if they wanted to be a part of that. And I probably got, I don't know, another 50 or so people that actually wanted to join the group. And the results for that one were the exact same. It was about 45 orders and it was about $5,000 in sales.
Wow.
And so it showed that whether you do it a 5-day event or a 2-day event, it still can be successful. And the time was of the essence because I think people were like, oh my goodness, I want to get in on this. And they knew the deadline was happening. And I did send out reminders as well.
I have another question. So I'm assuming that somebody places an $80 order, gets a free gift, the discount goes up. So then you personally have to go back to that guest to say, would there be something else? They cannot go back and edit their own order. Only the consultant can. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep. So what I did is I actually made, so when I set up the shared rewards party, the first one was 5 days. The second one was 2 days. I actually gave myself an extra bonus day, but didn't tell them. So the next day after the party was over, that morning, I reached out to every single person that had ordered in the party, gave them what their total was, told them what their total discounts were so they could see how much they saved. And then if they had lost their free gift or if they were super close to free shipping, I told them that. And I also made them a suggestion or gave them a suggestion of, you know, if you got the microwave pasta cooker, you should totally get the cozies or, you know, something like that, that would push them over the edge. They were more likely to say yes to that because I gave them an actual idea versus what do you want to add? So that was the kind of the wrap up piece. And then that way it would auto submit that night at 11:59 or whatever time it goes, or I could just manually submit it that day after because it was kind of like my wrap up day.
I love that.
There was a comment from Samantha in the comments about, did people get upset with losing the reward?
Never.
But did most of them add?
Yes, they were actually really appreciative that I told them all of their numbers and that then, you know, I said, oh my goodness, because of the discount, you know, lost that free gift of this month, but I'd love to help you get it back. Would you like me to add, you know, the Southwest seasoning to go with your rice cooker or whatever it was? So, so they were never disappointed. They were appreciative that I told them and that I was keeping track for them.
Jen, we had a question, event or group?
Group.
Okay, it was a group.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Your 30-minute live demo, is it just products or is it a cooking demo?
It's a cooking demo. My goal is to always share approximately 10 products and it's always around a theme.
Like what was it? What did you
like during that time? So that first party was in November. That one was holiday helpers to help streamline your holiday cooking.
Okay.
So I just kind of went through some different ideas, like how can you streamline your stuffing? You know, when you're chopping up your celery and onions, you need the manual food processor. So I always kind of spotlighted different things, made it more educational in that format, but also they could see the demo and interaction as well. And I have gotten great feedback from that style where they feel like they're learning something and also seeing the tools in action rather than just saying, this is the manual food processor and this is what it does. Well, show me how it solves a problem.
Love it. Yeah, great idea. Love it.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so
Welcome.
much.
Sorry, I have one more question, Nancy. She said
Okay.
she only does 20 posts because she has the live demo. So your timing is morning, 3 posts a day for 3 days. Like what?
Yes. So Mondays are my opening day. I do approximately, yes, like 3 posts plus a little mini intro live to welcome everybody. And then Tuesday is kind of like 3 or 4 posts of just like little teases of, oh, which would you choose if, you know, that would solve your problem. Like right now I've got one that says, what would help you more, getting out of a dinner rut or sneaking vegetables into your family's food? And it's got like little, you know, we're teasing enrichables and taste buds, but so kind of just teases that go along with the theme. And then the live happens, but there's only like 1 or actually 2 posts leading up to that. I do the block style. So I have my hosts actually do more of the reminder on Wednesday, where they take a picture of themselves with a favorite tool and share what they're most excited about. And don't forget, our live is tonight. And they tag all the friends on that. And then Thursday and Friday is just like 3 posts or so to wrap up and remind and talk about bookings and recruiting. And also don't forget to get your order in.
And the show actually closes on Saturday.
The show actually closes Friday night.
Oh, it does.
And then I have the host shop Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So
Live Facebook or Zoom? Live Facebook or Zoom?
Facebook. Mhm.
Okay. Oh, Facebook Live. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
And you go live into the group then. Okay. Oh, is it through your page? Do you do it through your business page? That we already
Yes.
questions. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Laura Teal is sharing some things here. And Laura, would you come live? Would you start talking? I know you've been very successful with the shared rewards. Where are you at, girl?
I'm here, sorry.
Just spotlighted.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I put in the chat because it gets confusing sometimes with the discounts and the, you know, we had the 10% off for a while and then the past host had it, and all those different things. So I put in here what I put in my actual description of my party. But
Okay.
you can also put it in the Facebook group, but it just gives them a couple places to see it because the numbers are important. They have to spend 108 at full price when you hit the 25% off to get the freebie. So then they know ahead of time if they read it. And then if they have the past host discount, they have to spend, I think it's 120. So that just lets them kind of see where it is. And that is something you can change all the time too, because when they click to shop, that's going to pull up is what they see first. So
Yeah.
I'll even put in there that, you know, like we're at 5%, we're at 10% or wherever it may be. So
Yeah, that's really, really smart. Thank you for putting that in there. Because I know what are some of the big totals from your parties? You've had some big ones.
Yeah, they've all reached the 25% off. Sometimes it's really slow to start. The one I did in December, I tried to set up a group and had some Facebook issues. So I just went into my VIP group and did it right there. But that one was over 4,000. So, and I've been running them for about a year now. I've had just a couple hosts who wanted to do it on their own. Otherwise, I've run it really through my VIP group, and it's not always the same people. It's, you know, I don't feel like it's not hurting my bookings at all. You know, some people want the bonuses and they're going to invite their friends, and some people just want to shop. So why not shop with me?
Right. Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
We have a question. Wait, Cora
And
said,
you can now use the $15 host appreciation credit. If they haven't used it yet, they are eligible in shared rewards.
okay, good.
So that's
And then-
new.
And then did you set it up in a VIP group or?
I've run them through groups like a regular Facebook party, not any different, except I changed the name or the banner that shows the discount. And then I've also run it through my VIP group when I had some Facebook issues.
Okay. And is that through your business page though? I don't know if that's what they were referring to.
I mean, I always set up my parties through my business page, but then I,
Okay,
you know,
got it.
trying to follow the best
Okay.
practices. Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just jump in and do it. Ask Shelly Lee Tyson. She was afraid to do it. And she's like, I should listen to you. They're great.
Is Shelly Lee on here?
Probably. She's probably hidden though.
Ah,
I'm busting her.
busting her out.
He
Let's
is
see.
busting me. Yes, I'm here.
You're
Yes, see?
here.
Ask her.
Okay, there you are. There you are.
Yeah, Laura is correct, everybody. I was hesitant to do it. I did one in September. I should have been listening to her. I know this on a couple of levels, but yeah, I think my first one was in the thousands, between 1,000 and 2,000. And I did a party group. I did not do it in my VIP group. I kept the same group, ran at the end of October again, had even better success, and then did one right before Christmas shipping. And I think it was 2,500 or something like that. So I love it because one of my past hosts, and I did it as a host appreciation, I now have a cheerleader for every one of these parties, and she does posts. I didn't even ask her to do this, but now on the last one, I said, keep it up. And she'll like put up memes or like GIFs or anything saying, hey, can we get to 17.5? I hear 17 point, and it gets everybody like, 20, I hear 20. Come on, people, get your orders in. Like, it's a lot of fun. So yes, Laura is correct. Just jump in and do it. Don't think about it too much. She knows me. I think about things too much sometimes, and it will boost your business. I made it seem like it, was special giving back to them. And I have people already asking when the next one is.
Wow.
So Shelley and Laura and Jen, I'd like to ask you about bookings from shared rewards parties. What has been your experience? Are you getting bookings for regular parties, shared rewards parties, no bookings, but just invite me to the next one? What's been your experience and how could we leverage that? Because I will say, one of the things that I'm concerned about is dead ends. So I want this to be something that is going to continue to grow our business.
Start. It hasn't hurt my business at all. I still have 10 parties in January already, which
Not shared rewards. Not
shared rewards at all, right? So I've got over 4,000 submitted already, and it's 11th of the month. I'm not getting bookings per se from it, but I'm not really looking at it as a booking thing when I run it through my VIP group. I'm looking at it as just a service, but it's letting me talk to people more about our products and what's big on your wish list. And, some of them are just, being in the business so long, some of them are just really great customers that don't want to host right now, so it's okay. If you keep coming back to me, I'm good with it. I'm providing that customer service. And like Shelly, I'm having people ask, like, are you doing another one? So I'm not putting them every month. No. I'm not telling them ahead of time when I'm doing them. I'm just, I threw out there the other day, like, who's interested in any of these products? They're 25% off right now. So now I can reach out to them for bookings about the blender, the quick cooker, the air fryer. If I know I've got 5 of them that want to order and they don't want parties, it's a shared rewards party and they get 25% more off. You can kind of, play with the numbers there.
Yeah.
5 of those electronics is a $1,000 party.
And you guys, this is a really unusual opportunity to have this electronics the way they're on sale and the shared rewards, because here's the thing. All the time our hosts get things at 50 and 60% off, but we do not get paid on them, or we do not get host points now, or not host, but trip points. But now on that half price, that they're going to take 25, and then if they're a past host, they're also going to take 10, and then another 25% off if you get to the 1,000 in shared rewards. Now you're talking that bottom amount is actually going to go towards our pay and towards our trip, which that doesn't happen with half price. And so this is a really unusual opportunity that we can give people the opportunity to get a half price item, and yet we still get credit for it. So we really need to hit everybody we know and make sure that they are, knowledgeable about what's going on. I mean, now.
And to share that $15 credit that they can redeem, because they can get 25% off plus 10% off plus $15. And you know what? I don't care if I don't have the commission and the trip points right now. I had almost 200 parties last year. I need to make sure all those hosts are happy. And if I can give them a little bit right now because of the delayed shipping from the fall, they're going to be happy and come back.
That's right. Yeah.
But I'm saying right now we are getting credit for it. And
that's a bonus, right?
And they also said, so if you read the FAQs, they said that they normally wouldn't be doing like that extra percentage off. Like they're doing you're able to do the shared rewards, the 25%. Okay, so you're able to get that on top of what you get for the shared rewards. They said that they normally wouldn't do that, but because they're, it's their launch and they're excited and they want people to do this, so they're doing it for this. So they might not have that
deal. This is a one-time deal, you guys, and you need to not expect this in the future. This is a really, really big deal. This is a really big deal. And
I was gonna. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Nancy.
I was just going to say that. Think about all those past January hosts, especially if you had people that host every year in January. And so maybe their kitchens might be really filled and they might not want to do another show. But how fun would it be to share with all those guests that have bought through the years to do a shared rewards and pass that along? I think that's a great opportunity. And as long as we present it right and say, I know your kitchen's filled, but wouldn't it be fun to offer your friends a discount? So go ahead.
I was just going to share too, like when I did my host appreciation shared rewards party, I did get 3 bookings from that. And that I believe it was because I actually said, okay, I give them bonus entries into my prize drawing if they rebooked for 2021 because they were 2020 hosts. So it's kind of the same idea where you could say, I'd love to continue, especially like if they want to book after March when we have the new catalog, give them something extra to entice them to do that.
All right. Angela's awesome. Angela Sweeney just offered some words to use, and so make sure you take a little, well, we all know to copy the chat, right? Copy the chat.
Or save the chat.
Save the chat or save the chat. Right. But there's really good words there. You must use this link. I think it's, and for people, like I'm going to do a shared rewards for my nephew to all the people that ordered last year. They ordered $11,000 at full price. What are they going to order with a discount? And then I'm going to give my pay towards his treatments. So it's a win-win-win. And I'm really going to push. I'm only going to do it for 3 days. Really push. Each day is going to be a different electronic. Because here's your time to buy it. This may never come again unless you host a party. That's the way you'll get this offer again. So it's a moment in time. We have 20 days left. So
Nancy, I have an idea. I did one. Can I share for a second?
Sure. Hold on 1 second. Let me get you up here. Who's talking?
Cindy Johnson.
Okay, perfect.
Hi. So I did a shared rewards and I did it a little bit differently than you guys are talking about. So I just want to share in case this fits with someone else's thought process or world. So I opened a shared rewards for myself earlier this month. And I decided I had time on my calendar to reach out to about 20 people. And I called them physically, and whether they were neighbors, relatives, some of my just favorite people, right? And I said, I just wanted to let you know I have something really special for you. And I'm able to give you 25% off the entire catalog for a very limited time. Would you want this special link to look and shop? So I just verbally shared that. About 75% said, sure, go ahead and pass that on to me. So when I passed on the link, it had the text, I texted it to them. It had the link to order and a link to a Google door prize. And the people that said, no, thank you, I said, no worries. I said, can I go ahead and just pass it on to you? So if you're chatting with someone, if you're out and about, you might be meeting someone at Starbucks, would you just have it in your back pocket? Because it's a very limited time. And I agree with Tiffany. Tell them 24 hours before it closes so you have follow-up day. The other thing is, when I sent that late text, I included the text photo of the 3 power tools on special. So for example, a past director on my team said her kitchen was full. I said, no worries. Can I just put this to you so it's in your back pocket? She ended up ordering $400 worth.
Wow.
People learn differently. They learn auditorily, then because you're catching them off guard. They could be folding their laundry, not thinking about anything. But when I physically put it in front of them, then I gave them a chance to see visually what the value was. The other thing I did, the only other thing I did was I sent 3 customer connection emails during that week only to my host. So I'm choosing to use it only as host appreciation, not all of my customers. I wanted to see how that worked. And I did it last week and ended up $3,000.
Wow.
I did not set up a group. I did not set up a whatever else. I sent 3 customer connection emails. Now I did every day go in and touch it. Look, somebody put their street house number and no street name. Do look at the orders before the home office zaps them away. But I just wanted to share, if you work a full-time job or you have your calendar's full, or this whole idea of initiating this month feels overwhelming, I agree with Nancy. You've got to do this month. You have to do it this month. But if calling 20 people, and I tell people I can only ask 20 people, and it wasn't because the system allowed it, it's because my calendar allowed it. All right. But it made it even more special. And honestly, I only reached out to 16, sent 3 customer connection emails. I have over 20 something orders and 3,000 in sales. So it does work. Just a different way to process it on your calendar if you want.
Right. Wow. Right. Awesome. And I know Kristen Slick, who was on the original pilot before everybody else was added in, she said that she wasn't necessarily getting more shared rewards parties from this. She was getting regular parties because people said, that they wanted to get free stuff for their kitchen, and that no, heck no, I'm not giving up my rewards. I want to do a party. So don't be afraid of that. Okay. Don't be afraid of that. And so good. Well, thank you very much, Cindy. I appreciate it.
Lynn has a question. She was raising her hand.
Okay. Lynn Gant.
Yes, sorry, Lynn Gant.
Okay. All right. Let me.
No, it wasn't a question. Actually, I just was going to reiterate what everybody was saying. And Cora, started today. Don't wait. And who asked about sustainability for these parties? The one person that we know that is sustainable is us, right? So we can be sustainable by offering these parties. I was part of the pilot, and I'll tell you, I dragged my feet and I just didn't get involved. And then last week I had a party cancel, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to slip this in to see what happens. Y'all, it wasn't the $3,000-$4,000 parties that y'all were having, but it was over $600 and it was a few days. But the interesting thing about it for me was the fact that I had people that ordered over $600 worth of product who have never ordered from me before. Okay, so you may capture new people that you can grab. I would post, I ran the party like Marna suggested in my business page, but I would do some of the posts on my live page just as I was cooking dinner, and I would invite them to hop over to my business page to find out more about the products or shopping, the party link, recipes and things like that. But in a couple of days, $600 in sales from people that have never ordered from me, that's good.
Excellent.
So if you just figure it out as you go, jump in. It's not brain science. I did have to ask Denise Garza a few questions, but it's amazing. So just do it. Start it today, give it a couple days. And then as far as, I think I can offer it later on for my Dining Divas group, like a specialty group that you've worked with in the past. I think that's a perfect way to thank them for their support all these years. But good grief, like that was a nice perk for the weekend, and fun for me to learn something new. So just go for it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You know what, Nance? Tiffany Foreman had, I don't know, I think she's still on, but she was sharing something. Now I can't even remember what it was because it's kind of back far. Where's Tiffany?
Okay. Where's Tiffany? Tiffany, there she is.
Where's Tiffany?
Okay.
I don't see.
For some
Tiffany,
reason,
are
it's
you
not
there?
letting me spotlight anybody anymore. What do
I
I
don't know.
do?
Yeah, it goes back and forth with that. Where is Tiffany?
Here.
Tiffany, are you, maybe she, I think she's still here. Where I saw her.
Yeah, she's here.
Yeah, she's here. Yeah.
I
don't know. It's not letting me.
I didn't mean to make
Got
a
her?
post. Darn it. Hopefully I didn't screw up the recording.
No, you should still be okay.
Okay. Tiffany,
Where
are
did she
you
go?
here? Ha. All right.
Where'd she go? Tiffany, are you
And
there?
I know that others have had, Sherry Eisinger has had really good,
Yeah.
good responses. Anybody else want to share? Take yourself off mute and share your experiences, because we really want to encourage everybody to do this and to do it well. And remember, you don't have to, it only lasts for really at the end of the 7th day, it closes. All right. So think of it this way, because of the special this month, you could run 3 of them and just invite different groups of people to each one, so that if somebody doesn't get their order in on time and they go, oh my gosh, I still want to order, you can throw them into the next one. And you could literally do 3 parties over the next 20 days and just have it as extra and really work on getting those regular bookings to fill up your calendar. Okay. So let me see if I can unhost some
You
people.
You can do that. Let me see.
Nancy Joe, this is Jamie Waters. I just was going to make a comment about the shared rewards. I've done a couple, and I think something just to keep in mind as you're doing these is to be prepared to be a good communicator with your guests and people who are participating, because and I say that so that you can have good success. We've all had parties that sometimes things just fall into place and it seems like our customers get it. And then other times you have customers who things are confusing. And this is a tiny bit confusing, because when the customer is at their checkout, their actual rewards are not showing. And so there's a little bit of trust that needs to be built here, because you're telling people, yeah, it's at this discount, but when they don't see it in that final number, when they're hitting submit and putting that credit card in, sometimes it's a little bit, they might be a little bit leery. So I found that I had to do a lot with explaining that and sending private messages, and during my parties, making posts assuring people that you absolutely will get the discount. I know it doesn't look like it right now, but you will get it. Your card will be charged at the end of the party, and just being good about communicating that, so that people feel confident in placing their order. Because, I think people get a little stressed. They're like, am I really going to get this discount? What's really going to happen?
Gotcha. All right.
Thanks, Amy.
Is there words that those of you that have run these successfully, what words did you use? Like Laura, I know you've done a few of them. What words did you use to calm people for that very thing? Or
You know, when I started running them, the technology wasn't there and we had to manually enter in the discount all the time. So they knew that I had to do that. So it's like that trust factor is just there now for all of my customers that are doing it. I have run a couple outside of my VIP group, and it was a Facebook group too. So I just, was real clear that like your final, the discount's going to change, your final total will be shared. And I was just grabbing a screenshot that broke down their total and the discount, like the bottom of their receipt, so to speak, before it's submitted, and sent them a screenshot so they saw that.
Okay.
It auto submits in the 8th day. So I always tell people it's 7 days.
Right.
And then just say, oh, I messed up. It's got one more,
Yeah.
So.
But that way you'll be able to adjust anything and so on. Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. All right.
Nance, I have just a simple tip. Like, I'm almost embarrassed to share this, but every time I share something that I think everybody else already knows, Cora Yarnell messages me and says, thank you for sharing. So I know that there's some other like-minded people. How many of you, I'm assuming, how many of you have Pampered Chef's catalog app on your phone?
Yes.
Everybody. Like, I don't know. Can you use the little reaction thing? I'm trying to see if people do have it or not. Okay. So if you have the catalog app on the phone, it is obviously you can't edit on Facebook anymore, but you still can edit your photos. So I have been really trying to be present in my parties. And when somebody places an order, I quickly look, and I think I may have learned this from Linda McGuire, I quickly look at their order, what was the top item on their order. I go to my catalog app, I go to that item, and I screenshot, and then edit that picture to say thank you for your order, and crop it, but have the item number and the item name, but not the price on there. And then save it to my photo, and I have an album called Thank You. So it's taken a while for me to build up these thank you posts with different products on them. But now I can quickly in a show, unfortunately, I have to use my phone for them because I really need to go to Google Photos and then take these and put them on my computer. But now quickly I can say thank you, and it's selling that product to more people. So I know that's just so easy, but
yeah,
I just shared it because there's somebody else here like me.
Yeah, I do the same thing, Marie. And I put a little something about it, especially if it's something that I didn't talk about in the show. And people wind up buying it because it's like, they're
oh
like,
my God, did Samantha Thomas actually say that was a good tip? And Nancy Jo, did you start talking about, I know we did it in the chat, about our password is changing, but do you and Patty, actually Patty, since she's in charge of the training site, do you want to talk about that?
Well, it won't change on the 15th. Is 15th Friday? Mm-hmm. Okay, so the 15th. It won't change till the 15th. And the new password is going to be Success 21. So easy to remember, just like our other one was, but the S in success is actually capitalized. So Success 21, pretty simple, but that will change on Friday. Okay? Yeah.
Yep.
And we don't want Patty to get a million emails.
Yeah.
So, and this is the time to clear it up and clear it out for, so that people that are not part of Pampered Chef are not, part of the training site.
Yeah, if they're gone.
And then the other thing, Nancy Jo, thank you for setting up Feriel for tonight. Yeah. I am so excited because, well, we've talked about product knowledge for such a long time. And I know that everybody knows Feriel, almost 4 million in sales, trained by the Culinary Institute of America. She used to be a chef for the Marriott, owned her own restaurant prior to Pampered Chef. So she was also on that committee along with some other people when the engineers were developing the quick cooker for Pampered Chef. So she has product knowledge, and she has been doing her business doing Zoom parties. And last week, Laura Teal really blew it out of the park when she was sharing about how some people on her team were using Come Cook With Me and Zoom parties, and really doing a great business off of Facebook. So if nothing else, Nancy Jo, the fact that we're going to record it, I know we're going to sell out, and there's only going to be 500 people that are going to be able to watch it live. But I'm getting goosebumps all day today thinking about what the trickle down effect to having this video on PC Team Training with all the kind of product knowledge that Ferial is going to bring to it. Because I do think with everything happening with Facebook and stuff, people are leaving Facebook in droves, and it kind of scares me, because just when we figured out, or just when I figured out how to use it, they're going to be gone. So we need to make sure that we have a viable plan B and C and D to do our business. So thank you, Nancy Jo, for setting it up for tonight. So you guys are all going to ask to see it. So do you want to say anything about when it'll get posted, or what you're going to do with the recording?
Yes, it will be posted not only on my, I bring it to my YouTube channel, and then we'll post it on our 3 pages. And then Patty always posts it on the PC Team Training. So I will do my best to get it up there tonight. It just depends on how long it goes.
Yeah.
And so
Ariel is doing the demo.
yeah. So, and we're not going to cut her off, because one thing that Patty and Marie and I were talking about is when we had live meetings back in the day, and when we had just consultant things, and we would do a segment always called Tool Time. All right. Remember Tim the Toolman Taylor? Okay. He would always have tool time. We had tool time, and we would go over, we'd hold up a product and pass it around. What do you do with this? What do you do with this? You know, and change it up. And so what's so cool about that is we can do that virtually, you know, and we need to do it, because so many of our people don't have product knowledge, and that's they just have selling skills. And the one thing with the $20.21 kit, I absolutely love it. You guys, we want everybody that joins up to qualify. All right. It's going to be really, really important for us to get them to qualify, not only because they're going to get that awesome gift, but because it's going to show the company that we don't need to give away $1,100 worth of products with no guarantee of doing things. I mean, I'm a proponent of having a smaller kit and letting them do their own first shows to earn their products, and not giving away $1,100 worth of kit with no guarantee of them doing anything. Anybody who signs up now, it's because they want to sign up. All right, the $20.21 kit, there's no gain in it other than the ability to sell. All right, so we need to equip them with the, you know, what tools they're going to want to get first if they don't have them already. And if you have past consultants, you guys, I'm so glad we transitioned to this too. If you have past consultants, you want to reach out to them and say, hey, have things changed in life? I know you used to work with us a while ago. Do you want to sign up again? We have a special opportunity, $20.21, and that gives you the 3-month of the website and the ability to sell. You've got the products. We have some new ways to do business. Why don't you jump back in on my team? I'd love to have you back. That is just a great way to get some energy back and have them try it out. And it's $20. My gosh, you spend that going to Starbucks, you know, or Panera, you know. So so needless to say, it's a really awesome opportunity. And I think that Pampered Chef has statistics that say the bigger kit, the people that get the bigger kit produce more. But I think it's just that they're committed, and someone who's getting the $20.21 There's no reason to do it other than to really sell. So let's knock it out of the park, get them their free blender, and let's show Pampered Chef that I think we can do it for smaller, because when we have that smaller kit, then it allows people at any time to join. And not to say that we're going to have a $20.21 kit. I mean, that's not reasonable, but just having a smaller kit, I think if we simplify things, it's the best way. And I would rather give them more things. Okay, this is PC according to Nancy Joe, which doesn't mean a darn thing, but I would rather give them more things throughout their 90 days as rewards rather than right up front, because they're doing something. So anyway, that's just my wish. It may not even happen in my lifetime, but anyway, those of you that will be here 10 years from now, you guys bring it back and say, I remember when Nancy Joe said. Anyway, but the $20.21 kit is just a really amazing opportunity. So hopefully you guys are reaching out. One of the posts that people, you probably already know this, but I'm going to say it because there's about 100 of you on here. To go on your regular Facebook page and say, who has been a Pampered Chef consultant in the past, raise your hand. And then personally message them and let them know about, because a lot of people will still be on your old page, right? You know, your first page. I've got 3,800 people. You know that those people all still aren't selling Pampered Chef, you know? So anyway, who else is doing something with the 2021 kit that is working for them?
Can I give a quick tip?
Absolutely.
So something that I do on Consultants Corner in my contacts, I created a group that says prior consultants. And that way, when one of my consultants leaves, I can just click that. And when they have a promotion like this, it's very easy to create a customer connection email, click one box, all 63 of them, highlight, and I can send out that email.
Wow, that's brilliant. And
Yeah.
tell us how you did that again, exactly, Sherry. Where is it?
In Consultants Corner, you can create, under contacts, you can create a new field or a new group, a
category. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And so I just label it, past. I actually have one that's called consultants, so I know who, they're consultants. And then when they leave the business, I unclick that box and I click, previous consultant, and it just makes it quick and easy.
Perfect. Awesome.
Great
Awesome.
idea.
All right. Okay. Anybody else? We have just a couple more minutes. Anybody else want to share something about the 2021?
Kimberly just said that she's using something very similar with Project Broadcast. So where's Kimberly? Does she wanna?
Okay, Patty, it's not letting me.
I know. I don't know. Talk, Kimberly. Where are you? I'll see if I can. If we can't, I know.
See if it'll let you do
her
it.
a second ago. Now let's see if I can do it.
There I
Oh,
can-
here, I got it. I don't know. It worked this time.
Oh, so Project Broadcast, I mean, it's just, I love it because it's text message. And I find for me, people seem to be more responsive to text message than they are email, like as far as in more quantities, I guess, more reaction. So I do something exactly like she was just talking about, like where she goes and creates that group. I have a group in Project Broadcast. You can create tags for like, it doesn't matter if you have people, like I do one for people who buy like quick cookers, people who buy rock crock sets, things like that. Because if I'm going to do like a week, like I try to do like a 2 or 3 day event where I feature a big item, because I really want to support people who've invested in those. So I have tags for everything. And one of those is as soon as someone falls off, when on my dropped consultant report, when I have my assistant, when she runs that report, one of the to-dos on that thing is like, okay, now you go take all those people and move them from being a part of my team text message to be a part of the past consultant. And when they run specials, then I immediately, like, I create a post and I shoot it out to everyone. And I like that it's personalized and I could put their name on it and all that. Because then they're receiving it. It's in a text message. It's from me.
and they can just, they can reply. And a lot of people were so bummed when Pampered Chef stopped offering something every month. And I actually kind of liked it, because to me now, like, it's only every 3 months or something or whatever. And then it seems more special, because when you're texting someone every special of every month, now people realize that it's not going to be something else next month. Possibly it might be, but probably not. So it encourages them to go ahead and make a decision too. So that's been really good.
Kimberly, just really quick, we had somebody say, what is Project Broadcast? I know you can answer
Oh
that.
my gosh, the best thing ever. So I love it. Basically it is a text message service where it assigns you a phone number. It makes it similar to your number, but it's not going to be the same. So you get a phone number, and what I've just done is I'd be like, hey, this is Kimberly. It's with Pampered Chef. This is my new business number, so save me in your phone. So I just act like I went down to AT&T and got a whole new phone, even though I'm way cheaper than that. So essentially it is a mass text. It's as easy as sending an email, but it's through text message, and it sends it out to everyone that you want it to go to. And it's like a mail merge, like you can personalize it. So it could go, hey, Nancy Joe, I just wanted to follow up with you and let you know what we have going on this month. So it looks very personalized, and it also has like this little setting in there where it's like called insights, and it can show you like if it's going to look spammy or whatever, and show you the tweaks to make, which I love it. So the text message service bit, it's as easy as an email, and it sends them all individually. There are no group messages that go out. And I think I imported my Pampered Chef contacts in like 3 minutes. Like you export them into the CSV file and you import it into Project Broadcast just as easy as you export it. And it took seconds. So
sounds like this is a training that needs to happen.
I love it. Like I could just preach about it all day long. I just think that, and the trick of it is, and I will tell you this, like before anyone does it, it's like anything else. You cannot send a text message to 2,000 people today talking about bookings. The first time you do, it's going to be super successful. But if you do it again next month, you're not going to get any bites, and they're already annoyed because now you've already done it twice. So make sure that whatever you're doing is like, you're not asking for the same thing over and over again. But the cost per month, yeah, Sherry just posted too, it's like $10 a month for starter. If you know someone who has it, I'm happy to share my link, but if you know someone who has it anyways, they can give you a referral link, and you get, I think, like $500 credit. If you use a referral link, you get bonus credit. So it's really good to have someone's referral code. And
what do you mean by $500 bonus credits? What?
Okay, so you pay for credits. Remember back in the day of like when we had a phone and we only had so many minutes
calling posts? Okay.
So when you send out messages, that's 1 credit. So if you have 2,500 people in your group that you're messaging out, that's 2,500 credits you would need to do that.
Okay.
It's really simple, really easy. I started out with a bigger package, and then knowing that a lot of people were going to basically say, take me off your list. And they do. And so I'm telling you now, you're going to have a ton of people, just like you have a lot of people say no to you in the business. You're going to have a ton of people that tell you, take me off your freaking list. Like, and some of them, you're like, dang, Gina, all you have to do is say, stop. It's okay. But you're going to have a lot of people. And so I said that even in my first message, hey, if you don't want to receive any future text messages from me, just reply stop to this message. And by the way, if they reply just that word, stop, it will automatically unsubscribe them. So that's cool. You don't have to do anything. But so I paid more in my first month, knowing I was going to knock my plan down the next month. Plus, everything rolls over, so you don't lose anything. The founder of the app actually runs the Facebook site for it too, and he absolutely believes that if you paid for those credits, you should never lose them. So if you don't use it for a couple of months, you can let it build up and things like that too. So I don't use mine every month for a mass message, but like, it was really helpful for things like, remember when Pampered Chef ran that sale where it was like the day, 5 different days, and each day had a theme of what was going on clearance and sale. Like I put out the schedule of those days to my customers and I said, hey, reply to me and let me know which ones you want me to message you about to go shop and remind you. So they would message me which days they wanted. And I, and I had a tag set up for those days. So that morning I'd go in my office and shoot them that reminder message with the link. And I got a lot of sales from that because I was sending them that reminder. But yeah, I use it for host coaching, Angela. I use it for my 2x2x2 follow-ups. Amazing. My friend Liz Hardawin started using it with her 2x2s first. And she was like, why are you not on it? Like, cause I was like, I don't know. I just haven't set it up yet, because you can schedule it, to go on that schedule. And, and she's right. She was so right. Like, I mean, I'm sitting here doing something just now and just got a booking because somebody like messaged me back and said, okay, yeah, set me up. So, and it was a message I sent out that honestly, I would not have remembered to text that person. I struggled with customer care because of my memory. And, but when we're doing it when we're closing out parties, and we just do it as part of my closing out parties, and it's something you can have your assistant do if you have an assistant, or it's easy enough to do yourself. I mean, if you are on that verge of feeling like you need an assistant, you don't feel like you're there yet, I would say do project broadcast, because that can help fill in some gaps for you.
We're getting a lot of questions. And I think we covered this on another call, this and Amy, that AMI. Maybe what we should do is, I mean, the people are just asking a lot about it. So maybe, Nance, that's something that we can do.
Sure.
A call.
Jen said I sent out messages today and have gotten $400 in sales in the past hour. So yes, it allows you to do the things that you always want to.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's a good, maybe that would be a great topic. We can do both. I mean, I know people love Amy, and I know people love project broadcast. So maybe we would give people an option.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Kimberly. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for letting me share.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. Well, gosh, this has been an awesome call, you guys. It's 12:19 and we want to be respectful of your time. And so we talked about bookings, we talked about shared rewards, we talked about recruiting. We want to see you guys soar. And so we want to give you lots of opportunities to put the things in practice that you learned today. Marie and Patty, do you have anything else to share?
I don't know if you guys wanted to say anything about our boot camp. I don't want to say no. Okay.
No, we can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We can't end this call. So
okay.
Anyway, but thank you very, very much for all you guys do every day.
Yeah.
So we will see you same time, same place next week.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cindy Johnson, in advance for doing this, and Kim Byland for being her co-pilot. And we will.
And we will have information on Empower. That will be next week also.
Well, we won't have gone through it yet.
No, at the end of the week, isn't it like next week? Is it next week?
It is next week. But we're doing the call on Monday, the first.
Oh yeah, no, I meant like when we come back.
Oh yes.
Like when we're back.
Following week, right?
Yeah,
the following week.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
We'll have all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So thank you all. And you guys keep up the great work. Sales are coming in really, really strong. So if you're not feeling it on your team, all right, you need to get with your team and share some of these different things that you're learning, because you know me, I'm a numbers girl, and I do numbers. I've got them for the past 5 years, and we are beating the last 5 years by over 25%. So if your team isn't doing it, get with them to equip them to do it. Okay. So people are definitely buying, and especially with the 3 electronics, you guys really equip them to sell those, because this is a time where we're going to get that special credit that we don't normally get. So I know I'm doing a huge push with all my family and all my friends and saying, hey, you know, now if there was ever a time you thought you wanted it, you need shower gifts, Christmas gifts for next year, all that stuff. You guys, now is the time to do it without, you don't have to host a party, because a lot of my friends and family, their kitchens are literally filled after me doing this for 34 years, but they don't necessarily have all the electronics. So it's a really great time to reach out to those super close family members too. So don't be afraid. Blessings, everybody. Thank you so much for all you do. I appreciate you, and we will talk to you. We'll see you in 2 weeks, but the same call, same place next week with our Senior Executive Director, Cindy Johnson. Thank
I'm
you.
sure.
Yay.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.